All right, welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. It's November 6th, 2017. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Love to have you aboard. Almost getting closer to 5,000 subscribers on this channel. And this is our backup channel. You guys know that our main channel is Currency 365, which we're closing in on 13,000 subscribers over there. Okay, so Crypto Gamer did have a video about hacking coin, our ICO review, and News BTC did a video on how cryptocurrencies are progressing around the world. Okay, so those are the two videos that were out today. We're gonna do a quick Iraq video, and because it's already late into the day already, so I want to make sure this video is out. Okay, so let's look at the Dow. The Dow is up at 23,564. Nasdaq is at 6,700. Oil is at 57. That means I'm not sure if this is crude oil or Brent oil. I'm not sure. If it's Brent oil, then fine. If it's crude oil, then Brent oil is probably at around 59.60. Okay, gold's sitting there at 12.80, 82, not really doing much. Okay, cool. So let's move on from there. And it says here that ISIS leaders Baghdadi flees Iraq to Syria. So they're thinking that Baghdadi was sitting there in Rawa. Probably the reason why a body did not liberate Rawa first. He went to Qaim first, because remember they told us that they were going to liberate Qaim last, and all of a sudden they switched it up, and maybe because they knew Baghdadi was in Rawa, and so they went to Qaim first and got that done, and now they're going to get Rawa. So that allowed Baghdadi, if this is even true, that allowed Baghdadi to escape in a yellow taxi, they're saying, into Syria from Rawa. Okay, so they were supposed to go to Rawa first and get that done, but they went to Qaim first, publicly went to Qaim first and got that done. Okay, so that explains it. That explains it. They're protecting this guy if he's still alive. If this is true, they're protecting him publicly. Okay, until America is ready to issue some type of statement that he is dead, they are protecting him. Okay, because that would make more sense that they would delay Rawa and go into Qaim first while he's allowed to escape Rawa, and now go into Rawa while he's gone. Okay, so I was wondering that, and I even told you guys that on the main channel. Why did they go into Qaim before Rawa? When all this time they told us Qaim would be the last spot, last region in the country to be liberated, and even the citizens of Iraq told me the same thing on Twitter. So, but they switched it up, and now they're saying that this guy was in Rawa. So that tells us that they're protecting him. If this is even true publicly, they're protecting him, and they allowed him to escape Rawa for the time being. So we'll hear more about Baghdadi here in a second. I told you guys that it was coded. Baghdadi's going to come right back up once we get to the final stages. Here he is. This is the second article in a couple of days about Baghdadi, right when we're at the end of this full liberation of Iraq. So. And all they're doing is making people like me look good, because they could have easily kept Baghdadi off the scenes and out of these articles until after the whole thing was over and say, see, we didn't talk about Baghdadi, you know what I mean? So, but nope. He's coded for to be in the end of the liberation, and here he is again. So it's the second time. So they're making me look good for they don't have to, because I'm pretty sure they can easily listen in on this, or somebody can send this to these people, and they could easily remove the coding and put different codes on there, and change up the game plan like they do like they've been doing with the dinar RV, changing it up to make me make me and others look bad. That's why I don't care about the date and rate any longer, because I know they keep switching it. And but other things like this, they won't change this stuff. They'll just let me be correct all the time, because it really doesn't affect them if I am correct. The RV affects them if I am correct, because they don't want me to be correct on that. But all these other things, they don't care if I'm correct on it. And we've been very accurate on stuff like this, and the timing that it'll be out to the public, right? So, which is really weird, right? It's really weird that I can sit anywhere in the country and predict, or prophesy or code something that is on the other side of the world, and it happens exactly, almost exactly at the same time frame. It's unbelievable, but that's the power that we have, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys, and they, at some point you're gonna know the power that you have as a human being. You got a lot of power. They've suppressed it, and the moon also suppresses your powers as well. But you guys should know that you guys have a lot of power as a human being. And at some point you're going to realize you had all this power and you never used it. So just be cautious of that. You do have a lot of power as a human being. Okay. Um, let's see here. It turns out that the U.S. does not. The U.S. does have that Iraqi oil. Now, in the video I did earlier today, I think I said it turns out that the U.S. does not have the Iraqi oil. So let me fix that now. I know a lot of people don't watch this video compared to the main video, but it will be on Facebook, and everywhere else. I will put it on Twitter as well. So let me repeat that. It turns out that the U.S. does have that Iraqi oil. Okay, and this is Julian Lee talking about that. Okay, so I made a mistake there. I think I said does not, but it actually says that they do have the Iraqi oil. And this is Trump's tweets from a long time ago. I think they banned Trump from Twitter, so I don't know if he's gonna tweet again or not, or maybe create a new page or something. I don't know. But we do have the oil. A lot of countries own Iraqi oil, by the way. We know Clinton invested, and Hillary Clinton invested in a lot of the refineries. Donald Trump invested in many ways as well, and others have as well. So we know that a lot of countries own a lot of that oil. There's about 600 billion barrels in reserves, and a lot of countries, including America, own a lot of that oil in the country. Curtis delegation to visit Baghdad next week. And next week usually means this week, right? It should. If it said the next week after, then I would be like, okay, that's next week. But if they said next week, so that means this week. That means probably tomorrow, starting tomorrow or sometimes very soon. U.S. officials meet in Barsa to discuss support reforms. Okay, good. Okay, so they're talking about the reforms in Barsa, because Barsa is the economic capital in Iraq, and it's not Baghdad, it's Barsa. Okay, economic capital is Barsa. I think people get that mistake in thinking it's Baghdad. No, Baghdad is basically for the green zone and the government officials and government buildings, but in the capital. But the economic capital is Barsa. Okay, so good. So they're in there doing their thing, trying to get the reforms going and stuff. And it says delegations to visit Baghdad to discuss the issues of the budget. Now, this is the Kurdistan said on Monday. The Kurdistan region said on Monday that the delegation will visit the capital Baghdad for the purpose. Now, I'm trying to figure out the date on this. They said they'll be visiting soon. Okay, so they don't know when they'll be visiting. They got a picture here of them leaving now, but that's not correct. So they'll be visiting sometime this week. Sometime this week they'll be visiting. Says here, unlike Obama, Trump succeeds in testing the ceremony in Japan. We don't care about ceremonies, man. Who cares about? I mean, my God, you got people shooting up churches. You got people shooting up crowded places. You got people putting poison in foods and GMOs and all types of stupid stuff. You got people at war. You got people stealing money from their own country and people. You got people doing all types of demonic stuff, and you care about ceremonies, man. Like, come on, man. unlike Obama, Trump succeeded in testing the ceremonies. Like, who cares, man, about some stupid ceremonies, man? Barzani, no regrets on the referendum, and our relationship with America has been severely damaged. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump goes out there and says that they signed some type of that secret deal that Prophet Solomon was talking about. That he was going to say that he signed some type of deal and it was going to be it was going to make America. It was some type of secret deal, and it wasn't going to make Americans happy. I wouldn't be surprised if that deal had something to do with the Kurdistan region. But we shall see. We still haven't seen Trump come up and say that he signed some deal. Maybe they changed the codes. because the Prophet Solomon and others were talking about it. Maybe they changed it up. Which they're, once you speak about it, once we speak about it online, they're allowed to change it up. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they have to follow through with it. They can change things up. His coalition, the JF in Washington, these are the objectives of the visit. So the JF is in Washington visiting, and he's has some objectives to do in Washington. I'll post it for you guys. I'll post the article so you guys can read what that is. But for me, I don't really care about what the JF does. He's nobody in the government of Iraq. He's a vice president, right? So he doesn't have any power to do anything. So he's just there maybe to complain about some things. The government of Iran is preparing to adopt Bitcoin for the use inside the country. Yeah. And then we did see something on the CBI side of Iraq also about Bitcoin as well. So, and I think last night I was listening to the new Cliff High interview, and he was talking about once we hit 10,000 in Bitcoin, we're going to see another flood of new people coming in. So we're gonna go from the innovator stage, the early adapter innovator stage, to I guess the people who basically invented Bitcoin. That's us, right? We are the beginners of Bitcoin, right? And then once we reach 10,000 and go further than that, we're going to get into a new stage where we're going to get about 100 million new people come on in after tax season around April, May, June, July. We're going to get an influx of about another 100 million people, and that's going to be, I guess he's calling that the innovator stage, where, where you got the beginner stage, the founders, which is us, at the beginning, and then you have the next stage, whatever that next stage is called. That's where a lot of these guys are going to come in. Okay, so we're seeing it now starting to happen. You're going to see a lot of your friends and family members finally wake up to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and say, yeah, I need to get some. It looks like it's 13,000, it's 20,000, it's 40,000. Yeah, I guess I got to get in now, right? But we were in at 500. We were in at, when I called the bicycle at 580, I think it was 589, 580, whatever the price was. When I called that buy signal on YouTube, and then I also called the buy signal on Ethereum at 550. Remember that? So, and then I went and got confirmation from the prophets about those calls after I had the videos. And I said, I made these calls. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing on Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And they came out and some of the prophets said, yeah, it's gonna do really well, right? But yeah, so so we're in that phase now where a lot of countries are going to adapt to it, and other countries are going to reject it, right? So that's what it is. Okay, let's go here and finish up the video. Be back. Eric has something here about Paradise Papers massive document dumps. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, that's it on that one. And okay, we already talked about that on the main channel video. Let's see here. Greg says, if Iraq and the United Nations are signing any kind of agreement, wouldn't one think that Chapter 7 has been fully eliminated and Iraq is hiding it from the world? No, Chapter 7 is done, right? Chapter 7, Abadi said Chapter 7 was completed out of his own mouth. He said Chapter 7 is completed 2 months ago, right? So he said in his press conference, I even have the video on my main channel. He said we completed Chapter 7, remember? What we need to see him do is complete Article 8 in compliance and join the WTO and launch the private sector. Chapter 7 means nothing to me because I want to see him Article 8 compliance, which I think they are now because Allah said he has no restrictions and he removed the MCP. That is Article 8 compliance. This is one of the reasons why they're in these workshops with the WTO about to make their announcement to the WTO, but they have to raise their value. Okay. Now, of course, they can wait till 1118 to do that, but we would hope they do it between now and that date instead of making us go all the way to that date, right? But yeah, they're out of Chapter 7, bro. And remember, Kuwait said that they're planning on how Iraq's going to be compensating them through investments, through oil. They set it up through oil, but they're also going to be doing it through investments and other things like that as well. So yeah, Chapter 7 is done. Iraq and the United Nations signed an agreement to launch a platform for reconstruction and stability. Yeah. So because Chapter 7 is over, they went to the new phase, which is reconstruction. And so they have all these countries that are going to be joining Iraq, coming into Iraq in the first quarter. This is why it's really important for Iraq to raise the value, because they have all these countries that are going to come in to do reconstruction in Iraq in the first quarter, and they're going to need to have that be able to Iraq going to need to have that currency at least have a value on it, and not on a program rate when all these countries are coming in and out, okay, trying to do exchanges and stuff like that with their own currencies, right? So that's why it's very important, and that's one of the reasons why Allah did remove the MCP and also remove the restrictions, because he knows the first quarter all these countries are coming in to do reconstruction in Iraq, and he has to make sure they don't have any restrictions in any type of multiple currency practice. Okay, so hope that helped. Kurdish MP says ready to hand over revenues to Iraq. Yes, but only when the conditions are met. Okay, only when conditions are met. So they have to meet their conditions, and they are going to come in to fight for that. They are coming in to fight for their 17%. I believe they should not receive the 17% any longer, because they no longer are in those disputed areas. So they should receive their 12.67. I'm going to agree with Abadi on that one. And I also agree that Abadi should now activate Article 140 once he declares Rawa liberated. Okay? So let's see here. Bitcoin down 7%. I'm looking for Bitcoin to go down 10%. But 7% is really attractive here. But I'm still waiting for Bitcoin to go down 7. Actually, I'm going to look at the charts. I might come back with a chart on the main channel and do a charts reading, because I'm looking for Bitcoin to go 10%. Like my man I was listening to one of my homies the other day, and he said he was looking for Bitcoin to retrace 10%. He said it was coming, and we're at 7% right now. I think we can go a little bit lower, but 7,000 might hold here. If it does, that's a really good sign. That's a really good sign that 8,000 is coming if 7,000 holds. If 7,000 doesn't hold and we retrace to, let's say, 6,700. We can probably still see 75 to 8,000 before the SegWit. We still got a while before SegWit. SegWit's on the 14th, 15th, or 16th when they take the snapshot. So yeah, we still have a while for Bitcoin to go to 8,000 before SegWit 2x. Okay. But yeah, this is a good time to grab some. You can grab some here, or you can wait for that 8, 9, 10%. Though I think it's gonna happen. I don't know. 7% is probably the lowest it might go. It might go even lower. It might retrace to 6,800, 69, 67, or 7,000 might hold. We don't know. Okay. But I do like to see a retracement here, and that's a good sign. Bitcoin needs to take a little bit of a break, and it is today. And so that means the altcoins are not even doing anything. Like when Bitcoin's down 7%. It should be time for the altcoins to be up 15, 20, 35, 50%. But the altcoins are up 1 to 2%. I mean, this is unbelievable. And these coins are not moving. And at some point, people are going to get tired of these coins not moving, right? Bitcoin's down, the coins don't move. Bitcoin's up, the coins are down. Like a lot of these coins are down 500-600% in the last 6 months. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, and people don't want to sell it because they don't want to take that massive loss. But yeah, it is what it is. NEO at 26. Amisa go up 3% at 643. It's not fun. It's not fun to see these things struggle like this. It's just no movement. Even when you're up 8%, I mean, this coin, it's been down like 300%. You know what I mean? Like you're down 80% in the last 2 weeks, and you give me back 8%. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, move, but it's just not moving. BitConnect down 7%, just like Bitcoin. Let me me see here. And J-Snip4 went off on BitConnect today. I mean, this man is on a mission to like just destroy every online business out there because he believes they're all scams, right? So because he got scammed. But you got to remember, J-Snip4, if you're listening, if Bit Petite was still paying out right now, you would be promoting Bit Petite like no other. You would be doing live stream videos. You would be giving away cryptos because of Bit Petite, your commissions and stuff, and having a good old time, which is fine. But because Bit Petite went under and took your money and took $1 million of your followers, your subscribers' money, now you're on a mission to be a private eye investigator for all the rest of the things out there. But you got to remember, J-Snip4, cryptocurrency is decentralized. They don't have a boss. The insider trading is allowed. Insiders that know what's coming, it's allowed to happen. There is no police officer and decentralized. Don't be that guy that's going out there to be a police officer when we're supposed to be decentralized. Because what's going to happen, J-Snip4, is that you're going to lose half of your subscribers immediately. You want to talk about losing subscribers? I guarantee you, J-Snip4, if you go around being a private eye in a decentralized community, you're going to lose subscribers like that. 25 to 30% of your subscribers are going to leave you immediately, because the reason why is because they didn't come to your channel to be policed and be told what to do and what not to invest in. They came to your channel because you were going to be looking over the ICOs and coins and making them money. So this is a decentralized area and community. So when you come in there with centralized stuff like private eye and police officer, people are going to be turned off immediately, right? And so when you call BitConnect this and you're calling this one that and that, yeah, you're right. No one's arguing, but we don't want it. We know it already. We know it already, and we're decentralized. So it's going to turn people off immediately, brother. So if you don't stop, you're going to see your 57,000 subscribers go all the way to 35,000, and you're going to be wondering what's going on with my channel and my subscribers. I'm telling you, it's not going to be pretty. Still, 35,000 is a lot of subscribers still, but it's not 57,000, is it? So be careful, J-Snip. I know you're mad and angry that they scammed you, but there's there's way more scams than just the lending platforms, J-Snip4. There's scams everywhere online, but we can't be the police of grown people, especially in a decentralized community. Okay, that's centralized stuff. This is decentralized. That's why we're here. We're taking chances with $100, $200. Everybody knows the risk of everything they're doing, right? If they plan on spending $20,000 on salt here at 280 and it drops down to 160, that's their fault. That's not our fault. That's their fault. Everybody knows their own risk when we're decentralized. I told people to grab some salt here at 250. Now it's at 280. Now it's at 284. That's a lot of money people have made just like that in a blink of an eye. You went from 250 to 284. You can actually sell right now and get a nice profit off of that, right? So anybody who put 10,000 here at 250 can now sell here at 284 and make a lot of money. Matter of fact, you make more money on that move alone than somebody's probably going to make all month. So but if you lost, then that's on you, not nobody else. We're decentralized. So that's a hard thing to understand when you go from centralized all your life to a decentralized community. You'll find out quickly that no one cares. Man, that's just it, Okay, so and for those that are looking at ETN, and let's see here, it's up. Wow, we're up big today, 53% at 5 cents. Now this would be if I could sell here. If they released the wallets and I sold here, I would make how much money? 7, 14, 28. I would make about $38,000, something like that, if I was able to sell right here. And what I would do is, and then plus all the bonuses that maybe all the donations that I'm going to, from other people that are going to, because some people said they're going to donate some of their profits as well to me because I introduced them into this. So, and then plus that, maybe I'll walk away if I was able to sell here, which that's probably not going to happen. But if it did somehow miracle happen, then I would do a give back. I'll do some type of give back for everyone after the fork, because I would hold the Bitcoin until the fork, right? And then I'll get the free B2X, and then I'll probably do some type of giveaway for the 365 Eyes Open Media crew. Maybe like 10 people, $100 for 10 people. Something like that, right? I don't want to do one person because there's like 20,000 of you guys. So, so I would do like maybe 10 people, maybe like 20 people, or maybe 10 people, $100 a piece or something like that, to celebrate that. All right. So anyways, we'll see what happens. We'll see how this all plays out once they open the wallets up. Talk to you guys later. Eyes open. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. I'm out. Eyes open.